Hi there. Hello, hi. This is yours truly, Clarice T. And it's the 24th of May 2024. So lots of 24. It's still a very hot month for the month of May. And yeah, the weather is not letting up. So I am one of those who are sweating a lot nowadays. So I come on live, just to say hi's and hellos, and I want to share, how nice a feeling it is that in the past na I had encounters like some people saying me, ay, totoo pala yung sinabi mo dati, ganyan, ganon. Now, I don't think there is anyone who has access to the internet who is not intrigued by the personality from Bamban, Tarlac, di ba? So, wala siyang memory about her past, and if the memory comes, it comes in trickles, and like every day there is a newfound recollection of her past. So ang hirap-hirap nun, and people cannot be blamed for for being intrigued and for the disbelief, for having for posting comments na may cynicism, like, oh my gosh, is she a spy? And she has reached that, to be elected as mayor, di ba? Sa iba-ibang bayan, it's the most coveted position, government position, because of the local government code. And kung maliit o malaki yung bayan, for as long as you're the top executive officer, diba, it says something. I think, I don't think it cannot be taken away from me how relatively I feel gratified that, not that I am planning to become a mayor, it's not that, for a person who come out from nothing and naabot niya yung top position, like, a top executive position in a municipality, in a city, that's the office of the mayor, and nobody knows about her. So parang, oh my gosh, pero teka muna, I swear, diba? Hindi ko pa siya nakita, or I swear, siya kaya yun? Kasi dati may dumaan sa harap ko, or may pinakilala sa akin, nalimutan ko yung name, I forgot the name. Siya kaya yun? Siya kaya yung naipakilala na sa akin? Pero parang hindi naman. Kasi nung dumaan siya sa akin, parang ang gulo-gulo ng hair niya. Parang hindi siya mayoral material or something like that. Or, the other hand, dati ang ganda-ganda niya. Parang, she was so pretty, and she was dressed up to the nines, and now parang ang simple na lang niya. Siya kaya yun? I must remember the name, or someone is calling, naipakilala na ba sa atin yung tao na yan? Like, she's the mayor. She has jurisdiction over our business permit. We cannot open a business without her being cognizant of it, because she's the final approving officer for our business. So of course, diba? Like I had to pay the occupation permit when I had let go of the company. So, diba, parang now it makes sense that on the first day, she had to produce the people who had seen her grow up. Why? But in the initial days, what intrigued most people kasi where the absence of recollection, absence of documentation, nobody is expected to memorize it. And she's not supposed to be like in the court where any fact that she will testify to must come from her recollection, diba? Kung ano yung matandaan mo without consulting the documents. But, diba, on the top of her head, noon dati, diba, ang natatandaan ko, nung grade 1 ako, natatandaan ko, nung 3rd year ako, pinatayo ako ni Ma'am Merano because makulit ako sa klase, something like that. And nung grade 1 ako, si Miss De La Peña, and binabati pa ako ng mga kaklase ko ng grade 1, something like that. Baliktad naman, like, so what? If it's someone like me na, ako, may recollection ako about that. The question had been, so what? So what if you've been there? So what if you're this person and that person? Because wala doon yung diba? There is, I must come out of the due processes na nagaganap ngayon. I cannot stay away from the due processes. I must be the person going to be yielded by the due process because from time immemorial, since how many years ago, since 10 years ago or 15 years ago, I had different identifications or the claims of identity that I did, I had been alleged to be misrepresenting myself, or that so many personal taboos had been attached to me. So now, to make the process, the procedure as valid and as cleared as possible, I must be the person who has been yielded by this due process. I must be the person who had been cleared and who had been certified by this, whatever proof of the procedure I had gone through, diba? So, because, come on, a person, like, sabihin na natin, the narratives, the anecdotes, syempre may details pa rin yan. Kahit anecdotes yan, ay my gosh, nung bata pa yan, ganyan, ganyan yan. So, paano mo nasabi? Di ba? May details yun. Kasi nung ganong panahon, and it would be so unfair to label a person without giving the details. Now, it has, di ba, it comes full-blown from another perspective. Now we have Mayor Alice Guo, who has reached the top of a local, supposed to be the public knowledge. She would not be elected without the public knowledge, without the public awareness. And there is also that due process, the official. So they come together, the public knowledge, the public awareness, and the due process, proclaiming her to be the mayor. And then, her life before that is not readily available, and it comes in trickles. And in the initial period of time, it was all under the blanket statement. Lumaki ako sa farm, and everything had been, it's supposed to be a blanket explanation for everything, for every detail. Diba? It's not acceptable. So that's why this is also my way of making up with the people with whom, if they still think that I have betrayed the confidence, and in the process of identification and consolidating my identification, I had unintentionally betrayed confidences or exposed them. I am truly, truly sorry. And in this internet age, who knows, we might have done each other a favor, because it's, nowadays, um, the privacy that each of us, um, the privacy that we all cherish from a long time ago, pre-internet age, I dream on. Having reached the age that we are now, it betrays the age. So I am very much mindful of, I am still aware, conscious of how it had been when I was, when there was no social media, when there is just traditional media, the tri-media, and that if a person can be deemed as a celebrity or having a public persona is if the traditional media have brought the limelight, the scrutiny, had brought public knowledge to your person, what you look like, what you did, good or bad, who your family is, diba, in the lifestyle section. So now it takes one post to go viral. So yeah, as I continue this work that I do, which I believe in my heart of hearts, in the deepest recesses, I believe that I am doing the Lord's will, the Lord's work in my own way. And with that having said, I am just so glad that, no, I'm not glad that there is the disturbance, there is a disturbance in the being shown in the Senate, which reflect to our bureaucratic system. They will reflect the loopholes in our bureaucracy, right? But it somehow, for me, from where I sit, the perspective, from my point of view, the work that I did in consolidating and preparing my personal information for what is about to happen, for what has to come, I am glad that they were not badly used time, time management, resources management, money management, being there for my family. Yeah, it's so true that there would come a time that I would despair that I have only 2 hands and 2 feet, 2 arms, that if only I have, physically I am not, I have 2 heads and I have 2 pairs of arms, like I have 4 arms, I would have accomplished more. 24 hours would not be, would suffice, would be sufficient for the errands that I must do. Diba? So, but I am just glad that, containing my own frustration and finding rhymes and reason, I'm just so glad that somehow it pays off, because stranger than fiction is actually what's happening now. And then whenever I would hear, bakit ang dami-dami mong pinapadalhan ng letter? Like sa courier, how much have you spent for the courier fees? And that's how I found a niche to continue my work, the business that I have. So that's how, that's the most effective medium of communication and operation that I was able to find in the absence of other accessibility. So I am, lang. So for those who have continued to trust in me, to trust in my work and how I would be able to deliver on my work, my promises as a party in contract, rest assured that, I am very much on track. So that's it for now. Today is the 24th of May 2024, and I hope to continue updating you in the days to come for more important and relevant turn of events. So bye for now.